Hello, everyone. Welcome into more Ticket to Ride here on the Sorcerer Network. My name is Sorcerer Matt. Let's kick this thing off. This isn't the worst to take all of them, except that I don't like. It's going to be a lot of work to get all of them, and then get 7 points, 7 points, 7 points, and 6 points. So I think the actual play here is the San Francisco Sault Marie is a given. But then, like, I'm wondering whether we just go with the two Montreal routes. But if I'm going through, you know what? I'm gonna go through half these cities anyway. So I'm just gonna do it. Because I probably want to come down the middle here, and then I don't know. We'll kind of see how the cards fall. Ooh, sorry, a little bit quick on the draw there. I do think I grabbed Montreal to New York here. Because what I'm thinking right now is like coming through here, and then like maybe coming up through Omaha and going through here, and maybe just trying to go 6 white here instead of. My fear of going like this top route is I'm going to use all these trains. Yes, this is a lot of points, but again, I'm not completing big routes. And I think that's a problem. Not the best start, but again, what separates the contenders from the pretenders is what do you do with a start like this? So let's see. Alrighty, I think that this is correct. This is a pretty popular route because Montreal is so central in this, or I shouldn't say central. It's definitely not central. There's a lot of tickets that involve Montreal. So I believe that going to orange here, because I think I want to go orange this way, or from San Francisco to Salt Lake City. Probably also want to try to get more blue for Omaha to Chicago. And I probably want to try to do a 3 for Sault Ste. Marie to Duluth. So, what I was gonna do is just take Montreal to Chicago, Montreal to Raleigh, and then San Francisco to Sault Ste. Marie. The thing is, I was already gonna go through Salt Lake, and well, that's interesting. I'll just take one off the top. I was already gonna go through Salt Lake. Likelihood that I go through Omaha because I was gonna want to get to Chicago. So now it's just like I'm getting up to Sault Ste. Marie. Is it really that much more to get up to these two? I don't know. It just didn't feel like that much extra work. We'll see if only time will tell whether I was correct. But let's see. The only thing that I will say is grabbing. I know white is something I want for Calgary to Winnipeg, but grabbing New York to Pittsburgh might not be a bad idea considering how the board has landed. Which I maybe should have looked at taking a green, but whatever. I'm not super concerned. And I mean, I can also there's plenty of things I can do here. Just like to do the more efficient one if possible. Okay, so the only thing that hurts me is if green takes the white side here. Okay, they don't. So I am okay doing this. There's an argument here for grabbing Pittsburgh to Chicago with the 3 orange as well. Simply on the grounds of there's a lot more traffic up in this area. There's less traffic on the West Coast right now. I think that is the correct thing to do. I think Lucky Dad was looking to grab the white side. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, I think that this is the play. I mean, it's going to hurt if yellow is over in the West Coast, but I think this is a correct read of the board. And also what it does is, like, that wild by red says to me that red is probably trying to get Pittsburgh to Chicago. Okay. Okay. Um. Hmm. That is. That's interesting. All right, we're just tasting the rainbow here today. That is interesting. Doesn't really hurt us. Just the getting into Vancouver now becomes a little bit more complex. If we needed to get into Vancouver, but that's making some assumptions. All right, black, yes. I think we just can go off the top. Red is interesting. I might grab Pittsburgh to Raleigh with those 2 red. Again, the East Coast seems to be where there's a little bit more of a log jam. Okay. I would not mind all this white. Start getting that built back up. Boo. Boo. Okay, so I'm going to take some white. And then I'll just take one off the top. All right, I don't mind the black there. So do I think that yellow's coming down the West Coast side? Like coming down like Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles? Hmm. Hmm. Of course. Blue. Ooh, I don't like red taking blue. Though I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing. if they took Chicago to Omaha. Okay, yes to this. And then we'll just go off the top. Hey, I was going to grab a yellow anyway. So, yes. I mean, if we're really not seeing any blue, we may look to go Chicago to St. Louis to Kansas City, and then go from there. And just pop up to Omaha from Kansas City. This is, again, an okay kind of start, but not the greatest thing in the world. I'd probably grab Winnipeg to Duluth here. Well, we'll see. Hang on. I want to see how the board looks because I have an idea. Might not be a good idea, but I have an idea. Okay. That's fine. That actually gives us a very good idea of how we want to do this. So like, okay, let's do this first. I'm gonna grab this because my assumption is that red was grabbing on that white to go down into Phoenix. Okay. But I could be wrong. Okay. So we do this. Man, yellow. I believe that this is yellow's first game, based on the behavior, because that is a long time. I realize we were all on the East Coast, but that is a long time to sit on Vegas. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I think that this is the play because that now changes the game quite drastically. Quite drastically. Hmm. Like, I think now we want to... Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, we are no longer doing Calgary to Salt Lake. Wow. That escalated quickly. So I think that the correct play, because now I'm gonna want to. So I want to do this. This is what I want to do. Because we can forget about we don't have to like connect this up. We already have Winnipeg. So that's good news. So I believe the game plan is to try to go through like this middle here. And whether that means we come down this way or whether we go up this way, I don't necessarily care. But you know, we're not sunk by any means. Okay, orange off the top is very helpful. That was crazy that in a matter of like 3 turns, Calgary was the place that everybody went. That it's been a while since the Northwest bit me in the butt, and here it is rearing its ugly head again. However, the good news is that's 7 points. It's really not that big of a deal. Now, it does kind of mean we need to draw well, but and I haven't been real happy with our draws. It's been fine, but I haven't been like, oh yeah. What? What do you have? So it's this. I've got a pretty like green's route makes sense. I'm not understanding red's route. I mean, Calgary to Nashville, maybe? Like, do I need to worry about this? Oh, gosh. Um, like, I kind of think I do. Cause what? It's like it's Nashville to Calgary, and that would be an optimal route for red to take. And I suppose I could do 4 yellow as well. I think that was fine. I think that was a fine decision. Does green have Vegas stuff? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I actually don't mind that. And then we just go off the top. Blue is kind of helpful. Whoa. I mean, okay. That is an option that you have to do. Okay, I think this is correct. I kind of wanted to be drawing more tickets like now in the game. And instead, I'm kind of having to determine, okay, when do I draw? Yeah, maybe I do. Hmm. So I think the play is to come down through Omaha and over. If I can get 4 pink, great. But if I can't, yeah, I think the play is to come down this way. I think that's the most efficient, rather than like coming down through this way, of course. So I am going to do this. Calgary to... Because I don't think there's a Calgary to Chicago. Is there a Pittsburgh to Calgary? Maybe it's Pittsburgh. I think it's Pittsburgh. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. You'd think with how much I play this game, I would know these things, but nope. So while I think that yellow, it is their first game, that is a wild Calgary, wild thing that happened up in Calgary. What? Okay. Uh, that's not great. I this is probably a horrible idea, but I need to get Salt Lake to Denver, and so I'm gonna take some wilds and hope that I can maybe hit a red or a yellow next turn. Because it looks like yellow's coming through there as well. I should have just taken the 3 tickets. But had I done that, I would have gotten a bunch of routes that were Calgary and Winnipeg. And this is one of those situations where just like, how was I supposed to know that all 3 other players needed to go through Calgary? Like, just that happens. All right, so yes, off the top. None of that is real helpful. Hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I still haven't quite figured out Red's plan. Um, man. I probably take the orange if it's still on board. People are doing a lot of thinking in this game. And it's causing me to overthink things. I tend to be a faster player. Some of that is strategic in my. This is just in games in general. Um, I tend to want to put the focus on you, my opponent, and so I tend to play quickly because then it's back on you sooner than maybe you want it to. Downside of that is I do sometimes, as all of you are probably painfully aware of at this point. Okay, that's nice. That does mean that I tend to make some silly mistakes, but and maybe this isn't like the perfect game where yes, this game has thought and strategy put into it, but there's only so much thought and strategy you can put into, and then you got to hit the cards. Mm. I guess I don't have to do Omaha to Duluth here. I really need to get Salt Lake City. Like, yeah, I really need to do this. What did Green play that? Oh, that was all the greens. Okay, all right, that's fine. Um, Interesting that like nobody is Los Angeles. Okay, so we do this with 2 green. And now I'm feeling like drawing is a correct thing to do. I'm 2 orange away. We gotta hit something. No one's drawn destination tickets, which is absolutely wild. I mean, Los Angeles, Chicago is a definite yes. I am not going to listen to the siren call of Los Angeles to Miami. Los Angeles, Chicago is fine here. I've got 1 pink. It's really not that big of a deal. The board, that's hilarious. The board seems to be pretty wide open over here. The hilarious thing is if I got all this blue, I could get into Miami. But I don't have enough trains because what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, okay. I'm glad I didn't count because I probably would have done it, knowing me. I probably would have been like, yeah, we totally can do this. Okay, well, nobody wants blue. However, I can tell you, I don't really want red or yellow either. Okay, all right, that's nice, that's nice. Okay, that's fine. Wow, you know what? Good job, yellow. Good job. Okay, let's do this. A wild is very nice here. Now, the issue is I still need a little bit here. Still need just a little bit. I also don't love where my score is right now. So what? Green has Seattle to New York, Vancouver to something, and Denver to... I don't know. That was really great analysis. I just did like a bunch of like, I don't know. I like that the blue is gone. So I really want a pink or a wild or an orange. So with that, I think this is correct. Because what I don't want to do is green take the orange side, and then I'm stuck with the black side, and then that's game. So let's not be in that situation. However, the downside of that is now I need 2 pink or 2 wild. I mean, again, good on yellow, I think. While it may have been their first game, I don't know, but they recovered. Okay, love that. Love everything about that. So wild or pink? Let's say never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. I really would love 2 turns because I really would love to draw another time here. But I think that green is going to move to end this game, especially because they have longest train. They have the most points. And it's not like they're at a huge ticket deficit, which is why I would love to get up to, 6, 7, 8 tickets rather than 5, because, I mean, freaking Calgary. So what, yellow does that? I mean, oh, okay, they're going destination tickets. Okay, that's actually kind of nice. I actually don't mind that. Because now Gotta just hope that green misses. Because the one thing about, I don't know if I would have chosen destination tickets there if I was green. I think that's a mistake by green. I don't think it's a fatal mistake. Well, definitely not a fatal mistake. I don't think it's a game losing mistake because they still could have the best, hand. But if I'm green, I'm feeling pretty in control of this. I have longest train. I'm, at least 10 points up on the rest of the board. I'm assuming green has a big ticket in hand. Yeah, I would feel good if I was green, and I probably would have just like played something to end it. And then if I wanted to draw on the last turn. But pretty much with 3 trains, you're saying not really doing much anyway. Like what does green draw that are the options? I mean, I suppose you get something down to Houston or Dallas, Toronto, but not much Toronto. I guess Washington, I suppose, is a possibility. Just think, we could have been trying to get to Miami right now. Red has also kind of entered the chat as a potential problem. All right, this is nice. All right, what do we got here? Salt Lake to Kansas City? Heck yeah. Montreal to Atlanta? We can do that. Guys, we could have done it. All right, yes to these. All right, so we'll get at least 7, which is a good thing, barring something really strange here. And the other thing I might do is just grab into Washington, but I think that someone's probably ending this game before then, yellow or green, because even yellow only has this is where I don't love the play by green of like drawing a ticket, because if green was trying to get something, oh wow, I mean that's nuts if they were able to grab a Vegas route and get it. Vegas to New York, ballsy. I respect it. Okay, so red does complete all their tickets, which means red gets the bonus. So that may seal the deal there for red. But I got to see what green's first. Yellow's out of it. They didn't draw any tickets, so that's going to be a problem. All right, so okay, there's Vegas to New York. That's what they hit. Oh my gosh! Oh, you lucky duck. However, I don't think it's going to matter because of I shouldn't say that. The longest train will be what will define the game there. I don't know. I don't think that was that. I don't have too many problems with how that game. Honestly, clap for yellow. Like that's crazy. But yeah, so it's longest train that wins. That's a photo finish right there. Good game from both red and green. Again, I don't think we had a poor game, just poor starting tickets, and then just, didn't really have anything outside of San Francisco to Sault Ste. Marie. And then when your opponents have, yes, oh my gosh, GG. Your opponents have all these, big monster, 2019, 11, 14, 11, 11. Well, I guess red didn't have any insane tickets, just really solid tickets. Anyway, if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button, like and comment, and we'll see you next time.